Aloha Honolulu, Data here with episode 21 of the Honolulu Huskies Custom Fantasy Draft Franchise Mode. We are here, boys. It is the year number 8 postseason. We are coming off our second straight President's Trophy. We're taking on the Calgary Flames, and we are pumped up. We are geared up. We are excited, and we want to make some records, boys. Our franchise has never made it further than last season, which was Game 7 of Round 2. But we have some improvements on last season. We have a better bottom 6. We had a great season coming off of a 51-win season. If you saw last episode, some great point totals from guys like Trevor Wong, Cole Perfetti, putting up some career numbers on defense. Another strong team-leading season for Ellis Anderson. We have Janssen Dumba in nets, Ilya Samsonov. We are looking good, and we are excited. Thank you to everyone in the last episode who gave me the suggestions on what microphone to use. I am using my new microphone. That seems to be what everyone agreed upon. So thank you for that. I will continue to use this one for the foreseeable future. Hopefully it will continue to service me well. And yeah, in the last episode we looked at the Calgary Flames lines. I'm just flying through this because I want to get into this, man. I had a dream last night, actually, that we got swept in the first round. So hopefully, don't call me Moses. I hope I'm not a dream interpreter, but I'm excited. As we said last episode, the Flames, they have a very strong first line. Second line, not bad, but you know what? Third line's not bad either. Fourth line could be better, and it's their defense, though, where we really have to take advantage of them. Dermott, Hadjic, Hayek, Lambos, Lindgren, McCaution, Jet Wu, and in nets, it is Peter Marachik. Even though he's 82 overall, 35 years old, I would not be surprised if he shut us out every single game. But really, it's Leon Draisaitl, Jesper Bratt, and Vladimir Tarasenko who we have to watch out for. But without further ado, I'm excited and I'm ready to go. We are at home. We're on the island of Honolulu. We're on top of the dormant Diamond Head volcano here at Diamond Head Arena. We are ready to go for postseason of year number 8. We've had good teams. We've had 2 President's Trophies now, but we have to get it done in the playoffs. I am hungry for a Stanley Cup, and so are our players, and so are you, the fans. But it all kicks off right here, boys. So let's start it off. Period number 1, game number 1, round number 1. It's 2-1 Huskies. 2 goals from the rookie, Ezra Pittis. Scores his first 2 playoff goals. One from the blue line there. Hayek scores on Samsonov with 2 seconds left in the period here. Now, the second period, Ellis Anderson starts it off, and we continue it. Ellis Anderson with a second period hat trick in the matter of 6.5 minutes or so. Gail Redden adds 1 as well, but congrats to Ellis Anderson. Oh my god, it was a power play hat trick. 3 power play goals in a span of 6 minutes and, what is that, 19 seconds. So congratulations to him. My goodness, 6-1. Let's just end it off. 7-1 victory. Cole Perfetti adds a goal on Ville Husso, who came in relief. 3 goals and 2 assists for Ellis Anderson. 1 goal and 2 assists for Cole Perfetti. 2 goals from Ezra Pittis. That is what you love to see to start off the playoffs, boys. That is a very good omen, and we're not getting swept, at least. We know that. But a very good omen for the future. I'm very excited. Oh boy, 5-point game for Ellis Anderson in game number 1. Let's keep it rolling. At home, game number 2. Let's hit it. First period, 1-1 game, Duke Silver and Vladimir Tarasenko. Second period, 3-2. Duke Silver gets his second, Trevor Wong gets 1, Donato gets 1 himself. Huskies have a 1-goal lead. Power play, Ezra Pittis on the power play. Deadly, deadly power play the first 2 games of this series. We have a 2-goal lead halfway through the third period now. Can we hang on? Can we add to it? Put it away? Can we put this one to bed? Leading shots by 10, but it looks like 2 goals will be enough, boys. A 4-2 victory. We're just flying through these games. 2 goals for Silver, goal and an assist for Wong, couple assists for Eli Tolvanen. We are flying as we move into Calgary's territory now, going to the Scotiabank Saddle Dome. We're going to be taking them on for game number 3. We're just flying through this series. If there's nothing to change, nothing to talk about, and we just keep getting W's, I'm perfectly okay with that. But as you'll notice, of course, this episode is about an hour long because I want to keep it, if you're new to the channel, I keep it as a spoiler-free way of not giving away what happens. Like it's a 20-minute episode. I lose in round 1. It's an hour long, you'll see, but it could end in round 1 and round 2. I could be Stanley Cup champion. We could We could be Stanley Cup champions, who knows? So you'll just have to watch and wait and see. First period ends 1-1, Duke Silver and Hayek. That's another familiar first period right there. Second period, oh boy, we're just shaming them. Skylar Pelech scores twice, once on the power play. Oscar Janssen gets one himself. It's a 4-1 game, boys. It's just not fair. Calgary is just getting beaten to a pulp here. 3-goal lead late in the third, halfway through. Do we just call it? I think we just call it. Let's call it a day. 5-2. Max Domi adds one on Ville Husso, comes in relief for the second time this series. And Novoseltsev gets one on Samsonov, but it's not enough. 5-2 victory for the Huskies. Couple goals for Pelech. Goal and an assist for Oscar Janssen. Just like that, we are up 3-0 in this series. You absolutely love to see that. We're on the brink of sweeping the Flames. Season's over in the AHL. We finished 45-21-2. Very good season once again in San Diego. And boys, we're looking to sweep the Flames just like that. Just whatever, 5 minutes into this episode or whatever. I don't even know where we are. 8 minutes in maybe, but let's get it done in Calgary. First period, 2-1 Huskies. Duke Silver on the power play, and JT Miller gets his first power play goal as a Husky at the age of 34. Tarasenko one for the Flames. Second period, 3-3. All right, so one for Duke Silver, who's been a monster this series, but Danton Heinen and Jesper Bratt, he gets maybe the first power play goal this series for the Flames. This game's tied at 3 as the Flames want to avoid being swept here. Shots tied at 21 a few minutes in. Can the Flames avoid being swept? JT Miller on the power play gets his second of the night. Will that be the series-winning goal for the Huskies? The new boy came in, and Pavel Kovalev just adds on. But JT Miller's is going to be the GWG, boys. Pavel Kovalev. Absolutely love good old Pavel. That just feels good. Say it with me, boys. Round 1 sweep. 2 goals, 1 assist for Duke Silver, 2 goals for JT Miller, 2 assists for Leon Draisaitl, but that's not enough for them as we take down, neck strain, okay, for Ezra Pittis, as we take down the Flames in 4 games. Pittis is out with a little bit of a neck strain, so Vetrano will come and fill in for him, but hopefully, I don't think it should be long at all, if he's even going to be kept out at all, actually. Yeah, he will be kept out for a little bit. Neck strain, today's the 14th. Did it say April 3rd? Is that what I saw? No, it says pending evaluation. I thought I saw April 3rd, but what month is it right now? It's April 14th. Yeah, what am I saying? So it can't be, but whatever. We'll see as time goes on. We have time to relax now, boys. Hit the beach here in Honolulu, put some sunscreen on, play some beach volleyball, little fun in the sun, never hurt anybody, maybe a little water polo, who knows? Maybe some, so you could play underwater hockey. I've played that before. That's a pretty wild game. But we are rested, we have full bellies, and we're coming into round number 2, facing the San Jose Sharks. It was meant to be the team that beat us in 7 and went on to win the Stanley Cup last season. In the AHL, we won our series in 3 games. We swept the Eagles, and we're taking on the Sharks farm team as well, so that's very fitting. But quickly, let's look at our points. 9 points in 4 games for Duke Silver. He is leading the way with 5 goals in 4 games. Ellis Anderson has 7. JT Miller, 5 and 4. Same for Wong and Rantanen. Pittis, Janssen, and Tolvanen, all a point per game. Domi, Perfetti, both with 3. Pelech with 2. Redden, Kovalev, Lindback, Genze with 1. No points for Krebs, Dumba, or Junior. But Dumba is a +5, so we can handle that. Ilya Samsonov went 4-0 with a .924 save percentage and a 2.00 goals against average. You love to see it. Let's check out the Sharks lines. I know they lost, who did they lose? Carter Hart, but they should still have all the boys like Connor McDavid in there, so it'll still be tough. First line in San Jose, McDavid, Guryanov, and DeBrusk, understandable. Second line, Strome, Dewar, and Lindholm. Third line, Julien Gauthier, Jeremy Bracco, who's up to an 86 overall. That makes a lot of sense. And Connor Garland. Fourth line, Gusev, Sissons, and Tyler Toffoli, relegated to the fourth line. So a very good offensive threat are these San Jose Sharks. On defense, they have Shabbat and Hronik. Devin Tays, Stephen Boudens, and Nicolas Baudin, and Madison Bowie. And then in nets now they have Stuart Skinner, who had a really good season actually for an 83 overall, 34, 17, and 6. Very good numbers. So it's not going to be an easy series, but I could see us getting it done. Nichushkin, Gavrikov, Taro Hiroshi, just like last year's, also still a scratch for the Sharks. The Sharks swept the Canucks. Ooh, boy. Oh, my goodness. So they've had a lot of rest, and they are very deadly as well. They swept the Canucks. My goodness. What else happened in the NHL? Oh, same in the Lightning and Canadiens series. 2 teams that swept their opponents. So some good teams left in the playoffs, that's for sure. And we are excited to get into round number 2. We're at home. We have to redeem ourselves from last season. We want to get to the conference finals, and it all starts tonight in game 1 of round 2 here against the Sharks. Let's do it, boys. First period, 1-1. McDavid on the power play and Mikko Rantanen. Second period, 2-2. Baudin gets 1 and Gail Redden gets 1 for us. This game is tied at 2 here in the third period. A very good matchup between teams who are very evenly matched. Power play for the Huskies is killed off. Halfway through the third period, it is a 2-2 game. Shots very even. Oh, baby. Mikko Rantanen. But then Jeremy Bracco, the former Honolulu Husky, ties it up just 18 seconds later. And then Tyler Toffoli on the fourth line. What? Backbreaker right there as the Sharks beat us 4-3. 2 goals for Rantanen wasn't enough. Oh, man, that's tough. Toffoli down on the fourth line. You hate to see that. Pittis is back, but I want to see when he's really back, because before you know it, he has a broken neck and his career is over. So they tell me April 28th. All the stats go down if I play him, so there's really no point in playing him injured. And 28th, I'd have to go 2 more games without him. Let's see how it goes tonight. We're still at home. It's game number 2. This series is still in reach. Only 1-0 that we're down here. First period, 2-0 Sharks. Ryan Strome and Philip Roenick. Second period, 3-1. So Skylar Pelech gets 1, but then Dewar gets 1 as well. We're down by 2. Shots are pretty even. We're getting it on net. Man, that's a killer right there. Gusev on the power play puts the Sharks up by 3. We can't capitalize on our power play. Man, oh man, don't tell me that's... that's it. That's it. 5-1. McDavid scores on Samsonov. Come on, Samsonov. 5 goals. Stuart Skinner is a literal deity. Alright, so we are down 2-0 in this series. Ilya Samsonov had a terrible last couple games, actually, letting in 9 goals in 2 games. So what are his numbers looking like? I don't want to bail on him just yet, but what are his numbers looking like? 898 save percentage, huh? Boy, Ezra Pittis, playable injury. What's Genze doing down here? -3, boff. Vetrano. This third line's not doing anything too great, except for JT Miller. Second line, -2, +2, +1, and the first line, +5, +4, yeah, +6, you can't debate that. What about the defense pairs? +2, +2, +5, +7, -3, -3. I think I'm going to try switching out Junior with Mike Riley. Does that give it a -1? No, it gives it a +1. Perfect. So you know what? I'm going to try it out. I'd like to see Mike Riley get some play time. I've always liked Mike Riley. And I'm gonna, do I do it and put Pittis back in the lineup? What has he done through the games that he's played? 3 goals, 1 assist, yeah. You know what, let's do it, Ezra. I kept you out for one of those games. I know that means nothing in the EA mind, whether it's as soon as he's back or the day before he's back. It's still a playable injury with risk. But Ezra, baby, I trust you. Let's go. Game 3 in San Jose at the SAP Center. Let's get back in this series. We cannot go down 3-0. We still have a long way ahead of us, boys. We have another couple rounds. Let's get back into it today. First period, it all starts here. Okay, 2-2, acceptable. Gurionov and Strome get goals for the Sharks. Ellis Anderson and Mikko Rantanen. It's really our top players just coming through right now. Second period, okay. There we go, Ezra. Let's go. JT Miller, Ezra Pittis, welcome back, and Gail Redden on the fourth line. The bottom 6 comes through big time after I call them out here in the second period. Elias Lindholm adds 1 for the Sharks. We're being outshot 28-18, but it is a 5-3 lead for the Huskies. Power play early. Cole Perfetti adds to it. 3 goals. Hopefully should be enough. You never quite know. Genze. Now it really should be enough. The first period, we got a goal from Mikko Rantanen, and then minus the goal from Ellis Anderson as a defenseman. The next, so then Skylar Pelech gets a goal. So the next 5 goals after that, all coming from bottom 6 forwards. Skylar Pelech on the power play added to it. Of course, not in the bottom 6 either is Cole Perfetti when he's on the power play. But you get what I'm talking about, boys. Shots were tied at 32, but we were just more deadly as we come out with an 8-3 victory. 1 goal and 2 assists for Anderson and JT Miller. A big 3-assist night for Peyton Krebs, an original Honolulu Husky who's been here from the beginning. He's grown in San Diego, and he wants to get a Stanley Cup. Over in the Eastern Conference, my goodness. Rangers and Lightning both on the brink of sweeps after they also swept their first round matchups. Sorry, not the Rangers and the Hurricanes, but the Lightning swept their first round matchup. But both the Western Conference matchups are at a 2-1 series. So let's get back in it, boys. Let's tie this series at 2. If we go down 3-1, we got to win 3 straight. You never enjoy doing that. Let's tie this series up, make it a best of 5. All starts here. First period, there we go. Mikko Rantanen, he loves to set it off. He loves to set the pace. The captain, he had a huge playoffs last year. Ryan Strome gets one back. But oh my goodness, Max Domi, Matt Dumba, and Eli Tolvanen scores his first goal of playoffs, I think. We are up 4-1. Finally getting through Stuart Skinner a little bit more often here after last game. Not just a one and done. 3-goal lead heading into the second half of the third period now. And Ilya Samsonov, I kept him in, gave him a little bit of a pep talk, and he's standing strong. I like to see that, Ilya. Final couple minutes here, and that'll be it. 4-1 victory for your Huskies. 37 saves for Ilya Samsonov, goal and assist for Tolvanen, goal for Max Domi. You love to see that. We're back in this series. It is tied up at 2. It is now first to 3 wins. It is now first to 2 more wins, boys. It is a best of 3. 3-1, 3-1 in the East, and then 3-1, 2-2 in the West. Back at home in Honolulu on top of Diamond Head Volcano. Game 5, let's take this series lead. First period, 2-1 Sharks. McDavid, we've awoken him, and Tyler Toffoli on the 4th line, on the power play as well. But Pavel Kovalev, I love Pavel Kovalev, man. He's coming through. He hasn't really grown into that top 4 D, but he's been a great third pair D. Second period here, penalty kill fell apart as Shabbat and Gusev both score power play goals 2 minutes apart from each other. We're down 4-1 here in the third period. Oh my goodness, 5-on-3, 5-on-4. We've been on the penalty kill for the last 8 minutes. Literally, that was about 6 minutes of penalty kills. McDavid scores in the power play. We're down 5-1. Let's just end it. Jeremy Bracco adds to it. 6-2 loss. Stuart Skinner, 31 saves. 3 assists from Denis Gurianov. Man, and just like that, we're on the brink of elimination. I think this was the same as last year. We pushed it to 7 and lost in 7. Oh goodness, do we want to make any changes on the brink of elimination here? First line we're not going to touch. Second line +1, +4, -1. 0 here in the bottom. -4 is Cole Perfetti. Pittis +2. Genze -2. Cole Perfetti, that -4 is a big killer. How many points of his have come on the power play of those 4 points? Has he done anything 5-on-5? Only 1 power play point. Okay. I could put Krebs up here, who has 4 assists. Let's try it out. We'll put Krebs up there. Lindback and Anderson will stay the same, of course. Dumba, Janssen +6, +7. Kovalev -1. Mike Riley's a 0. He's been respectable. I'm not going to take Mike Riley out. Ilya Samsonov, 3.01 goals against average, 901 save percentage. We'll keep him in. But man, I'm frightened. I am frightened. Game number 6 in San Jose. They can close it out. We don't want to go out like last season, boys, in the second round against San Jose. We want to go to the conference finals where we are the best team in the NHL. Come on. We can't be President's Trophy winners who lose to the same team 2 years in a row. Let's go. Let's get back into it. I'll see you back in Honolulu. I'm already getting the luau ready on top of the volcano. First period, 1-1. JT Miller and Connor McDavid. Second period, 2-2. Wow, McDavid scores again. Eli Tolvanen with a tying goal. Maybe I gotta fix that penalty kill. It was so good in the season up until the end when it just went off a cliff. But maybe that's something we have to fix here in the playoffs after this game if we make it. But why do I say if when I know that the word to use is when? 2-2 game, power play, San Jose, we kill it off. Julien Gauthier. 3-2 Sharks. Who's taking all these penalties? Oh my goodness. How long is this power play? What was that? Who did that? Pittis boarding Major Bello. Mike Riley holding? 4:27 left in this game. Let's hop in and score a goal. We're rocking the alternate jerseys tonight, boys. It's a mix of the two. I know they're ugly, but let's hope it brings us some good luck. Just over 4 minutes left in this game. We need a goal to tie it up at least. Oh my goodness. And breakaway. Okay. And to push this to overtime at least and get a W to push it to game 7. But it all starts with we just need a goal. Here's Ezra Pittis coming over the blue line. Back to Mike Riley, rip that. Oh, Mike Riley! Yes, let's go, boys! That is exactly why he's there. Mike Riley. I believed in Mike Riley. I picked him up. He was my depth. I put him in over Junior. I believed in you, bro. He just walks in, bam, claps it in like a howitzer, Bello. Let's go. Woo! This game is tied. We really needed that. A huge bomb from Mike Riley. This game is tied. Oh my goodness. Huge one-timer save from Samsonov. Beautifully done. Over the blue line, passes it back to Lindback. Ellis Anderson! Oh, huge kick save from Stuart Skinner. One-timer, can't get through traffic. Duke Silver, Tolvanen, another big save. Great attack here. Good pressure. Keep it up, boys. Let's go. Tolvanen to the point. Anderson gives it away to Guryanov. Dumba in front, Pittis. Oh, big save with the final seconds here. And Stuart Skinner will hang on, but I doubt that's going to be anything else going on here with just a couple seconds left. So with a huge goal from Mike Riley, we have pushed this game to overtime. A goal for us will mean that we're going to 7, but a goal for the Sharks will mean that they head to the conference finals after beating us for the 2nd straight season. So thank goodness we made it there. The lucky alternate jerseys are serving us well so far, but the job is not done yet. Boy, overtime here in Game 6 in San Jose. Let's see who has some magic. Rantanen. Oh, great pass. Lindback. Huge glove save from Skinner. Nice opportunity from the defensive defenseman there. Anderson. Silver gets hit off the puck, but Rantanen has it now. Rantanen circles around. Breaks away. Big save from Stuart Skinner. Great job to create space by Rantanen. Guryanov just goes around. What? How is it so simple? Mats Lindback, you're 87 overall with a +5. You're a 92 overall defensive defenseman. The guy does a little move around you as if it's Pee-wee C. Pee-wee C, I was doing turns around pylons like that. Oh, man. Samsonov can't cover the angle either. And for the 2nd straight season, we lose in the 2nd round to the San Jose Sharks. And here in year number 8, we still have not made it past the 2nd round. Look at this. Just push him to the outside. Push him to the outside. No, he cuts back in. You get totally fooled thinking you're just going to push him into the boards or something. Look, he's going this way. You didn't even start. You're bracing for a hit. You didn't even stop bracing for the hit until he was 3 miles away in Shibugamu. He comes in, makes the pass. Ellis Anderson, I gotta say, Ellis Anderson, 96 overall, +5. You're 101 overall. Why is your back to the play? You're a defenseman. Why is your back to the play? And then Samsonov as well. I don't know what kind of positioning this is. It's not like it went over his shoulder, bing, top shelf. It was a very low shot, which he should have had easily. Connor McDavid gets us again, boys. Connor McDavid gets us again. Do I need like a 98 overall goalie? But overall means nothing. So what do I have to do? Do I have to get Peter Mrazek and Thomas Greiss to be my 1-2 tandem? 82 and 81 or something? Man, it's impossible to know who's good. Every year they let me down. Every year they let me down, man. I don't know about next season. New coach, maybe. New goalie, maybe. The scoring, Max Domi is probably going to be gone. I need to maybe move out and switch a playmaker for a goal scorer. Ezra Pittis will maybe be up to the second line instead. A new third liner. I need all new third liners if JT Miller's going to be gone as well. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. I'll see you when we have a cup champion. Congratulations to the Dallas Stars, Stanley Cup champions, and the San Jose Barracuda. So we lost to the Sharks, who lost to the Stars, and then they won the Stanley Cup. And then in San Diego, we lost to the Barracuda, who went on to win their own cup. So great job, boys. The draft lottery here. No big changes. We don't have any picks anyways. Boston stays 1, LA stays 2, Buffalo and Toronto swap 3 and 4. Draft class is okay. I've already updated all the scouting. Looks like a pretty decent year for rookies. Depends where we're picking though. I gotta be reminded of our picks. Retired players. Do we have any retired players? Big retirement class. But let me just take a quick second to go look at Honolulu. I don't think we have anyone who's even close to retiring, really. Maybe like JT Miller, but no retirements for us. But let's take a look here, boys. Patrice Bergeron leading the class, 1,268 points at the age of 41. Big career for him. Nicholas Backstrom, close to 1,000 assists. 75 overall. Claude Giroux finished off in the minors. Steven Stamkos also finished off in the minors. Brad Marchand had 1,093 points with 543 goals. Steven Stamkos 561 goals. Ryan O'Reilly, Max Pacioretty, Logan Couture. The guys weren't too old. 38, 38, 36. O'Reilly was still an 85 overall. Cam Atkinson, Drew Doughty, James Van Riemsdyk. Any former, here he is, the former Honolulu Husky at the age of 34 only, down to 71 overall at the age of 34. That's brutal. The Ghost traded. He was who we traded for Trevor Wong. Him and a couple pieces for Trevor Wong. So thanks, Ghost. You ended up really helping us out in this franchise. Nobody else that I see here. Over in the goalies for retirements, leading the class, Ben Bishop at the age of 40, 433 wins for him. Martin Jones, our original starting goaltender, at the 67 overall. After he left Honolulu, he went to Montreal, had a crazy, no, actually, sorry. After Honolulu, we traded him to Montreal. He finished off the season 15-3-2. The next year, he gets buried in the minors. Then he gets called back up. He goes 19-11, 12-5, okay. Gets buried in the minors again. Called back up one more time, goes 6-4-3. Hasn't played since the 24-25 season. Goes out at a 67 overall. Boy, oh boy. Jonathan Bernier, 179 wins. Grubauer, Ranta. All right. So that's retirement class for this year. Retiring coaches, looking for letter H. Don't see anybody. San Diego, letter S. Nobody, no coaches retiring, but we may switch head coaches, to be honest. I need to hear from you guys on if we should change our head coach. I don't know, guys. So here's where I need your suggestions moving into the offseason. The coach is one thing. Contracts, we have $7.9 million expiring. Sebastian Genze will definitely re-sign him. He doesn't want a lot of money. Mike Riley, he doesn't want to be extended. Okay. Besides that, there's not really anybody. UFAs, no, they won't show me. Unsigned, I can get that rookie. That's pretty much it. Nobody to re-sign. Samsonov's good. DiPietro's going to need an extension. He doesn't want one, unfortunately. He would be cheap. I'll see if I can get him for a couple years at $2 million maybe. But I would like to keep him as a backup goalie if possible. I'm more concerned about the starting goalie position. Do I keep Ilya Samsonov or not? Who do I go after? Do I trade Max Domi because Ezra Pittis is going to grow as well? Because looking at our roster, at center, we're still good with Silver, Wong, and Perfetti. I think we can keep that rolling. Wong up to an 87. But if Domi's our second line left wing, he can't be anymore because Ezra Pittis is now at an 86. He's just going to keep growing anyways. So the second line next season is Pittis with Wong at center and Skylar Pelech on the wing. And Mikko Rantanen probably stays on the first line. So I could use maybe if JT Miller stays on the team. JT Miller, where is he? Here he is. If JT Miller stays on the team as a third liner, Genze could probably be that third line left wing, to be honest. So maybe I just need fourth liners. What about defense? Defense, I still have Lindback Anderson, of course, but what about the second and third pairs? Do I keep it Janssen Dumba? Do I keep the third pair Kovalev and Jr.? And like I said again, the goalie situation. Need to figure that out. We need to look at the progress reports as well. Always my favorite part of the season to check out who has grown. Looking first at our main roster, Anderson Silver 96 and 94 respectively. Matt Dumba dropped to an 83. Okay. Serge Vieilleux is at a 79 overall. He could probably play in the NHL next season. Looking in the system, ranking by current overall, no, ranked by modifications. Bryce Kreider, very nice, up to a 77. Joaquin Binnington at a 62. Heiskanen 76. Carson Bruce at a 73. Him and Skylar Pelech played together, so I'm looking forward to him breaking into the lineup soon. Big power forward. Kavanagh, Giftopoulos at a 78. Maybe he could make the lineup. Even Yerky Engren looking good. Landon Alberts, Lee Sweeney in the goalie category. What do I do with these? I have so many good goalies. Hunter Jones probably has to leave the team, even though he had another good season in San Diego. He's just not growing. Next season I'll probably have Sweeney backed up by McLennan. Or maybe I trade one of these goalie Now here's the thing. If I trade one of these goalie prospects, now how about that? Because if I go Sweeney McLennan, I still have these two goalies who are unsigned, who have the elite potential and will have to be signed eventually. So do I trade one of those prospects, knowing that one of these guys will hopefully become my future starter, and any goalie that I get for Samsonov, if I moved Samsonov, would probably only be for maybe another 4 seasons or something like that. So keep all that in mind. And the last thing to look at is the draft. So looking at where our picks are, we pick at 27, and we don't pick again. We have a lot of picks, 5th, 6th, 7th round, but first 4 rounds, we have only our picks. So pick number 27, and then around in the mid-50s are the main picks that we're going to be making in the draft. So at pick 27, it looks like we'd get this guy Quinton Dreiger, whatever. He is a bust, so I wouldn't want to touch him. I don't want a top 6D. I don't want a top 9 forward. I'd probably go down to this guy Sergei Zayuzin, even Santiago Saad or Rickard Malmivara. Even these guys are all better, so I'd probably trade down just a little bit. And then my pick in the mid-50s, I could probably get maybe this low elite guy, low top 4D, César Dupuis, Mitchell Nightingale. Or do I use those picks plus that goalie prospect or something to move up for a top pick over here? The top 5 picks are all medium elite. There's Gordon McPherson, who's a medium elite sniper, put up numbers like that, similar to Patrick Kane. Damian Anthony put up numbers like that, similar to Jeff Carter. Topi Blomqvist, these are all right wingers, also similar to Patrick Kane, also NHL ready. Raymond Macias, he's also similar to Patrick Kane. 3 out of the top 4 players are all similar to Patrick Kane. Stanley Shelley, similar to Sean Couturier, they're all NHL ready. These guys would be maybe future third-line centers. I don't know. Then if you go a bit deeper, they have the defensemen, top 4. I could get William Roy, who is also medium elite. 3 years away, though. Going deeper down, Bear Wengrenovsky or Vengrenovsky. Bear. That's a pretty cool name. 3 years away from the NHL, though. He is medium elite, 2-way D. Then you keep going down, top 6 forward, Scott Faith. So let me know your thoughts on the draft. Should we trade up? If we trade up, what do we do? What do we do with our roster in general? And what do we do with our coach as well, the coaching staff? Because our coach this season, Comiskey, he's A+ overall. But what's his team fit at? 71%. Maybe I'd like someone who has Skylar Pelech, who fits better in the lineup, who likes Oscar Janssen a bit more. Ah, man, it's tough. Maximilian Crest, and maybe I'd put him back to being head coach. Probably not. I can't see what coaches are available, but is that something I should look into? He has A+ all around, except for the B teaching, and these are all of his schemes and all that. 221, 134, and 39 is his record with us. He's had good seasons with us. 2 President's Trophies. Can I really blame him? I don't think so, but up to you guys. Let me know all your thoughts. I know I extended the episode a little bit. Oh, and the awards, of course. The awards is what we're going to finish off with. So the awards for the 2026-2027 regular season: Dallas Stars win the Stanley Cup, Huskies win their second straight President's Trophy. It was the Stars and the Rangers in the Cup final. I forgot to show you that. Stars and Rangers, because looking at the playoff tree here, when the Stars went up against the Sharks, they swept the Sharks, and then they beat the Rangers in 5. So big respect. They barely made it out of round 1. It was a tough one in round 2, but then the last 2 rounds, they were just coasting, going 8-1. Individual awards: Tony Klingenberg won the Art Ross Trophy. The Hart went to, as well, Tony Klingenberg. James Norris for the second straight season to Ellis Anderson. Lady Byng to Mason Shaw. Calder Memorial to James Malatesta. Ezra Pittis a close second. Conn Smythe to Kucherov. Vezina to Almfelt. Jennings to Mackenzie Blackwood. Masterton to Chaika. Jack Adams back-to-back years. Desbiens, the coach of the Blue Jackets. Selke to Nico Hischier. Never seen that. That's cool. Ted Lindsay to Tony Klingenberg. And Maurice Richard to Tony Klingenberg. Wow. So Art Ross, Hart, Maurice Richard, and Ted Lindsay all go to Tony Klingenberg. So that's it for this one, boys. A pretty disappointing one. We're going to gear up for another round next year. Try to make a few tweaks where necessary. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Putting out daily content on the channel here, so I hope you're following along. I hope you're enjoying. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments. I will do my best to incorporate them, and I will see you in the next one.